In this video, I'm going to reveal how to make someone obsess over you. Not just like you, not just admire you, but crave your energy, your validation, and your silence, without you lifting a finger more than necessary. Now listen closely. What you're about to learn isn't your run-of-the-mill dating tip. This goes deeper, rooted in stoic control and proven psychological triggers. Whether you use it to attract, to test, or to dominate, that's your choice. Stoicism isn't about being cold. It's about mastering your presence. But when you blend that calm power with strategic emotional withdrawal, you can flip the balance of desire. Let me show you how to walk that line, where obsession begins with your absence. Section 1. Obsession versus attention. There's a clear line between attention and obsession. Attention is fleeting. Someone likes your smile, enjoys your company, maybe texts you now and then. But obsession? That's emotional dependence. It's not just about you, it's about their need for you. You live in their head rent-free. Every word you say, every move you make, loops in their mind like a replay button they can't shut off. Obsession turns curiosity into compulsion. As the Stoic Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." That's the key. Attention is rooted in the moment. Obsession is rooted in the imagination. Your silence becomes a weapon. Your unpredictability becomes their torment. The goal isn't to chase, but to be chased, to make them suffer in the unknown, questioning what you feel, what you think, what you'll do next. Obsession starts when you stop explaining and start withholding. Section 2. The Stoic Law of Emotional Scarcity. 150 words. Emotional restraint is emotional power. In a world where most people wear their hearts on their sleeves, the one who holds back becomes magnetic. Humans are wired to desire what feels rare. We don't chase the sunlight until it starts fading. Its scarcity makes it sacred. The same rule applies to emotions. When you stop handing out your feelings like flyers, people start wondering what's behind your calm. That silence? It creates noise in their minds. They start thinking, why isn't he reacting? Why does he feel unbothered? And that curiosity turns into obsession. Here's the tactic. Maintain controlled distance. Be there, but not always available. Show unpredictable validation. Don't give praise or attention on demand. The moment they can't predict you, they start chasing your approval. That's when your presence becomes addictive. That's the law of emotional scarcity. Don't overshare, and they'll overthink. Section 3. Identifying their emotional triggers. Everyone has a psychological soft spot, an emotional trigger rooted in validation seeking, fear of rejection, past wounds, or chronic insecurity. During any deep conversation, pay close attention to emotional spikes, sudden changes in tone, speed, eye contact, or body language. For example, in the sample script, if she abruptly leans in when you mention feeling misunderstood, or stiffens when you bring up trust, you've hit something raw. Once you've located the emotional nerve, don't soothe it right away. Instead, gently reflect it back. Say something like, "You seem like someone who's had to carry a lot alone." Watch the silence that follows. That moment of stillness is gold. It means you've touched something real. But here's the twist. Don't give them closure. Leave the need unfulfilled. You are not their emotional savior. You're their mystery. The very fact that you see into them but don't give them what they crave makes you unforgettable. This uncertainty triggers obsession. Why? Because the human mind is addicted to solving open loops, and you just became the most intriguing puzzle they've ever encountered. Section 4. Controlled validation. Controlled validation is the art of giving just enough recognition to spark desire, but never enough to satisfy it. Praise, when given freely, loses its power. Instead, make it rare, indirect, and earned. For example, rather than saying, "You're beautiful," say, "I didn't expect that to catch my attention." This subtle shift creates intrigue and makes your validation feel exclusive, like a rare currency. It rewards without surrendering emotional leverage. Stay emotionally grounded. Be stoically detached. Let your tone imply you're impressed, but not captivated. That balance, recognition without vulnerability, creates a psychological itch they keep trying to scratch. You're not cold. You're calibrated. Like a flame just out of reach, your approval becomes a game they're eager to win. When done right, even a small compliment feels like a win they had to work for, and that perceived scarcity fuels their addiction to your attention. Section 5. The push-pull loop. Stoicism in practice means mastering emotional discipline. You remain calm when others expect a reaction, creating a sense of unpredictability. The push-pull loop works by building tension, then briefly relieving it before pulling away again. For example, you can be emotionally present one moment, then distant the next. Compliment them once, then go cold for days. This push-pull dynamic disrupts their emotional balance and keeps them guessing. They'll find themselves craving your attention, but you never fully satisfy that need. The result? Their mind spirals into confusion, and obsession grows where certainty once stood. They crave closure, but closure is always just out of reach. This uncertainty keeps them coming back, always wanting more, but you remain in control. The push-pull loop becomes a powerful tool to maintain power and emotional distance. There's something about the way you look, like you remind me of someone I used to know. But that's a story for another time. You see, this person, he had a way of looking at the world, as if he knew something most people didn't. It wasn't until much later that I realized the truth behind his calm demeanor. He was always in control, even when the world around him was anything but. It's almost as if he had unlocked a secret. And the strangest part? I never found out exactly what that secret was. But sometimes when the wind blows just right, I think I can feel it, just for a moment. Maybe you'll understand it too, someday. Or maybe, like me, you'll always wonder emotional inaccessibility is a powerful tool in creating intrigue and attraction. By remaining physically present and reliable in actions, but withholding emotional vulnerability, you create a sense of mystery. When you're there for someone in practical ways, helping them when they need it, offering your time when it's necessary, but refusing to open up emotionally, you introduce a gap in the dynamic. This gap triggers their curiosity and desire to earn your emotional approval. The imbalance created is subtle but potent. They'll begin to chase not just your presence, but your emotional engagement, constantly wondering why you won't share more. This emotional unavailability feeds their obsession, making them crave what they can't have. Your emotional vulnerability. It keeps them hooked, constantly seeking to bridge that emotional divide. In conclusion, remember this stoic truth. People don't crave those who give them everything. They crave those who give just enough to make them hope. Obsession isn't manipulation. It's the understanding of how the human mind attaches to what it cannot control. Whether you're using this to protect your energy or to influence others, keep in mind that Stoicism isn't about being emotionless. It's about mastering and directing emotion with intention, both in yourself and in those around you. But a final word of caution. Power always comes with responsibility. Use it wisely, for how you wield it shapes not only your life, but the lives of others.